Alright, we have an interesting tutorial. This is all about database SQL and security. That is, we'll be configuring firewall rules this time. We'll be using Azure SQL Database. Also, some of the steps includes importing backpack files, and we'll be using the our on-premises SQL Server Management Studio as well. You'll be requiring this software. So let's begin with the Azure portal. I've already signed in. So we got to type in SQL databases. Since it's already open, I'm fine, but I'll search for you. And here we go. We have the SQL server here. Let's click on SQL server. Let's click on the create button. We'll be creating the SQL database server from the scratch. Let's begin. So this is the subscription. We need to select one subscription, then resource group where our resources will reside. For you, it might be different. You need to create one resource group. Let's give one nice server name for our Azure SQL database. Now let's select the region. Region looks good, East US for us. And here we go for the authentication. We'll be using SQL authentication. Let's give username, admin login and password. We need to remember the admin login and the password because we'll be requiring it in a while for our on-premises SQL Server Management Studio. Let's give the admin name and password. Now once done, let's move on to the networking. Here let's switch toggle to yes. This is not the necessary step, but in order to save some headache, I'll be switching on Azure services to access this server. Now we can directly go to review and create because we'll be leaving everything as default. Let's click on go. Everything looks good for us, and let's hit the create button now. Let's wait for a while till the deployment gets completed. It usually takes around 10 to 15 minutes. We'll wait till this is done. Alright, the deployment is completed. Let's go to the resource. Now we need to note couple of things. First one is the server admin because we'll be requiring this in our SQL Server Management Studio for the on-premises. I've copied it. Let's open a notepad and note the server admin details and server name because this we should have in handy. So I've copied the both and saved it in a safe place. Now let's check out the network settings here. If we scroll down in the network settings, here we go with our client IP address. This is our own IP address. For you, it might be something different. What you need to do, Azure makes everything easy for us. We just need to add your client IP. So let's quickly add your client IP. Then here we go. It's by default checked. Allow Azure services and resources to access this server. If you are using more services, Azure services, you might need to check. For this tutorial, we don't need it, but let's keep everything as default for here for now. So your question might be why we are doing this, why we are adding the client IP address. So adding our client IP address will allow us to connect to Azure SQL Database using SQL Server Management Studio, which will be doing it in a while. Let's quickly save this. So it says successfully updated firewall rules. It looks good. We are done from here. Now let's open SQL Server Management Studio installed on my computer. So let's open it. So here we go. It's loading. So it is a free. You can download from Microsoft site by googling SQL Server. So here we go with the important details. Remember we have noted server name and the login password while creating the SQL server. Let's copy paste these values now, and it looks good. It will be SQL Server authentication. Please remember, because while creating the Azure SQL database, remember we have configured all this password, login ID, admin login ID. Let's hit connect. And here we go. Without any problem, we have connected because we have configured the firewall or added the client IP, right? If you're facing any trouble, you might need to check the client IP in the Azure, which we have done few seconds back. Now in the databases, we'll be importing one backpack file. Backpack file is here on my computer, sample backpack. This let's import the file. We'll be having some database and tables, those kind of things. so basically let's import these details. I'll just select database here, and we got options here. We need to import. So we got import data to your application. Let's click on import tier, and now we'll be presented out with a wizard here. Now looks good. What will we do? We'll be just going to the next. Now in the next step, we need to browse the BACPAC file from our local computer. Let's click browse. Let's open our BACPAC files. I'll click on open. Looks good. Now I'll be there are other options, import from Azure window like Azure as well. For us it's from the local disk, that's why the first option we have selected. If it is on the cloud, we would have selected this Windows Azure. Now let's hit the next button. Now here we need to name our database. So whatever name we want to give, we can give it. So let's hit it like sample DB database, simple name. I'll select basic. And here the database size, since this is just minimal data and we don't require much capacity, 2 GB is sufficient. I'll click on next now, and here we go with the summary page. Let's hit finish. It will take some time, around 5 to 10 minutes it should take. Let's wait till the database gets imported. Meanwhile this is getting imported, let's go to the Azure portal, because we'll be requiring this IP addresses while configuring our firewall. Let's copy this and keep it in the notepad in a safe place, because this is required. And here in the setting up the database label firewall rule, if you see, we need to just enter our IP address here, right? So I've put the syntax here. We just got to replace here with our IP address. So let me quickly do it. I'll copy this entirely. Let's paste here. Now what I'll do, I'll copy my IP address. Please make sure no spaces are copied, and we need to place it in the this braces. Please note 2 quotation marks are there where our IP address will be there. Same goes for our start and end IP. So these details are already there in our Azure portal. If you note, start IP and end IP I have written same, because if I go to the Azure portal here, start IP and end IP is same. Please make sure this is up to mark, otherwise you won't be able to connect to your SQL and it will you'll face trouble. So that's what it goes. Let's keep the command ready. Since our command is ready, I'll just copy this till the import process is going on, and it will take some time for the import. So we are done with the homework. Just let's wait for a while. All right, this looks perfect. We can now close this. Now I'm in the SQL. I'll just expand the databases, and remember we have created the sample DB from the BACPAC file in the wizard. So I'll just hit the new query now, and remember the query which we have formed few moments back, we need to execute this. I'll just paste it. It's against the sample DB, if you note. Now looks good. Well, what we'll do, everything is done. Please make sure your start IP and end IP whatever is there in the Azure, or you can use different commands like IP configure on in the CMD. That also works, but this is a simple method. Let's execute this, and here we go. The firewall rules, it's there now. Now we'll be creating one contained user in the sample DB. So let's open a new query. I'll hit select here and click new query. I have the query here. If you look how to create a contained database, we need to put the database name. I'll copy this. If you note, username is this and password is this. We can anytime log into our database using this password and all. We have this. So let's paste this, and now in the database we need to put our database name. I'll just do Control C from here and put this. I'll replace it and paste this. Looks good. I'll execute this. It will create one user with password, right? Let's execute, and here we go. It got executed. We got the successful message here. Now your question might be what this command does. So this command basically creates a contained user within the sample DB database. So we'll test the credentials now. So we got the credential, username is this Amit, and the password is within the double quotes. I'll just copy this. Now let's hit the database engine connect, and here everything will be same because it is our Azure SQL. Please make sure the steps we have copied previously. Login name, it should be Amit. Login name should be Amit because this is this one user, and password is this one. Let's hit the password which is visible. Let's now try to connect, whether it gets connected or not. Let's see. And here we go, we got the error. So you might be wondering why this error. Why? Because we have created username and password, right? So this error is due to the connection attempted to log in the master database and not the sample database where the user was created. Remember, we have created the user in sample database. It's still visible here. If you note here, sample DB, right? So we need to log into the sample DB. How do we do it? Let's hit OK. Now I'll go to the options. If not opened, option should be there, and then we got the connection properties. Connection properties is here, and here if you look, connect to the database, it's default. Now what we got to do, we got to write the database name. For us, what is there? Database is sample DB, because inside this because in the sample DB we have created the username and password, right? So let's type the database name to check whether now it works or not. Everything is now looks good. Username, login ID and password is this one, and this one, and only difference is connect to database. Now let's hit connect and let's see whether it does or not. If it is done, we are done with the firewall rules. Here we go, voila, we are able to connect using the user created, that is Amit. We can see Amit is there, and here we go. If you expand the database, the sample DB is there. If you open the new query, username, you can note in the new query as well that we are logged in using Amit credential, right? Not Cloud Guru Amit this time. So that what it goes for the firewall configuration rules. Let's quickly walk through the architecture diagram. So we have created Azure SQL Database from the scratch. We have imported backpack files. Then we have created contained user, tested out configured firewall rules, and it works. So that's what it goes for the firewall rules configuration for Azure SQL Database. I hope you found this tutorial helpful.